Guys, today is a big day. Ultimately, we're going to look for plumbing fixtures and light fixtures today at Ferguson. But before we get there, I'm gonna let you in a little behind the scenes of how we decided what we wanted to look like, what we wanted to feel like, how we even get our inspiration for our headquarters. So first, Katie and I separated and we talked about, we want to, what do we like, what does she like, what do I like? We kind of make separate Pinterest boards and then we join those together. This is our joint Pinterest board so that we can start to say what visually, what are we drawn to, and then am I going to go more this way, am I going to go this more this way, and then once we start kind of looking at that, then we hone in on keywords. So I'm going to show you you can tell we liked lots of windows, lots of natural light. We know we liked that. We liked this for our exterior inspiration. We specifically liked that it had two pillars because Katie and I are the two pillars. So maybe the architecture could call towards that. And then we love all of this garden, greenhousey trees inside. We love that indoor, outdoor, a lot of white, a lot of light neutrals. Okay, so we planted that seed and then I'll show you what we turned it into. We turned it into our initial presentation, and that's where we also make these for clients. So we use our initial presentation as kind of a touchstone for as we move forward in the construction process or in the decision-making process, we can come back and say, okay, who did we want to be and where did we want to go? Let's remember. So we landed on some keywords. So we know we want our experience to be timeless, clean, beautiful, welcoming, and of course authentic is one of our main words. But as we start getting into the interior of the space, we really want to add open and light. So hopefully you're getting those vibes from our pictures. So we're kind of checking today. We know we want that free, airy, open, residential, still timeless, clean, and beautiful though. Those are our three words. So I've got kind of a pile laid out for Katie. I'm going to show her these things and see are these calling out to her in the same way they're calling out to me? And then we'll go look at light fixtures and plumbing fixtures and hardware. Okay, so I've laid out a pile of kind of vibes that I'm going to check with Katie and see if we're on the same page. Things I know she's going to love. Katie loves a plaid. Katie loves a burl. Okay, I have faith in those. I don't know if she's gonna go for a stripe. I don't know if she's gonna go for landscaping plan. So we'll see. I'm gonna pitch it, see what happens. Because to me, these are airy, residential. I'm getting it. I do know that she loves this one. It's a trees and watercolor mural. And then this is just our hardwood floor sample for what we're looking at. And then I have a few magazine tear-outs. As I'm going through, most things live on the Pinterest, but sometimes I'm just oh, I think that could be cool, that could be cool. And I'll add that to a pile too. So I'm gonna show her those things. We'll see what she says.
I like that.
Okay, well, she started before you were here.
I'm liking it, let's see.
Okay, so this is the pile. We're about to go to Ferguson. I almost said Ferg.
Yeah, I was happy with Ferg, but you're
we're about to go to
people.
Ferguson and to look at plumbing fixtures and light fixtures. So I'm trying to it's been 2 years we've been working on this process. So refresh back to what did we want it to look like and where were we going?
And what are we doing?
Okay, so what in the pile stands out to you as a definite yes? What's I could get behind that. Anything is a heck
This is
no.
a definite yes. A watercolor mural on linen.
Okay.
I'm loving the watercolor mural on linen nature of it all.
Linenness of it
no,
all.
I don't know, it's very peaceful.
Well, like what we were talking, it's giving that open, it's giving that light. One of our restful and
beautiful,
staying. I know that's our outside.
Yeah,
it's a
but
future
still.
phase, but still, I feel like that is.
I always love when design's
we
kind
are.
of indoory, outdoory anyway. Like I always want to
Which-
feel, you know.
I was just telling them that.
You
Okay,
were?
I was. Okay, so this is a yes. Anything else is a definite.
What is this?
Just an iron color chip for exterior chairs.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that.
Okay.
I love this plaid. I love anything that's Ralph Lauren.
Uh huh.
Put that in the yes pile.
Okay.
I like this burl.
Okay.
I mean, marble mosaic. I don't. What do you mean?
Was there
I
anything that you're like makes you nervous that you're like this is getting off track for you?
These, I don't really know what's going on with them. I don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah, they are a wallpaper, but I really want to gold leaf a wallpaper ceiling. So
These
this
look
would,
like, I just like wish it looked like gold leaf. They just look a little.
well, I think
mean,
from
no
way up
bird.
here they may. I don't know. We'd have to. Maybe we get a few more samples. But the gold leaf
Maybe
concept.
it's cooler than I'm thinking. Maybe it's less cool even than I'm saying now. I don't. I think only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
What's this?
It is so like with that airy concept. It is cloud toile in gold and white.
Okay, why all the? Is gold right? Is gold the move?
Well, I think we like polished
really
nickel, but
like
we
this
also
one.
like brushed brass. So I think we'll have a little bit of both. But okay, you love that one.
Yeah, it
Okay.
reminds me of the Gardens of Versailles.
Okay.
And again, I love everything indoor outdoor.
Okay.
So
Are you feeling locked and loaded, ready to
I
go
don't
select?
know. You know, I don't know. I really like this.
Okay.
What's going on with these exactly? I feel a little bit nervous about those.
Okay.
I feel a little bit like what are those two characters? They like go to like the Queen of Hearts in
Alice in Wonderland?
yeah, those like little characters that like take care of the Queen of Hearts. Like I don't know what they are. They're little characters.
The little birds?
No, they're like
Playing croquet?
They're like
Oh, the cards.
Are they
no, not car. It may be Tweedledee.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
So something. And I would
Okay.
never want to say that about Schumacher, obviously, but is it giving that a little? Do they wear striped pants or striped? And
That would
kinda
be
like
that would
this?
be a Google for another day. I couldn't say.
I'll Google that. So, what were you thinking about doing these on?
That's just it. We're here for a vibe. We're not
Oh,
here for
okay.
committing to a direction.
Well, it's hard to say. I feel like I always go for a plaid over a stripe, but I know you can't do plaids everywhere.
Well, you could,
Oh,
but why?
are you more of a stripe than a plaid?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you really say?
I'm 100% sure that I'm.
You're like,
I
it's
am a
not- you're like, I'm
stripe.
not just saying it.
I
This
am a
isn't-
stripe. I'm not a plaid.
That's crazy. I'm a plaid.
I know that about you.
Wow. Okay, well, and this is
Comment if you're a stripe.
yeah. Are you a stripe or a plaid? This is pretty.
So this is for our hardwood floors. But before we get to, I feel like this often happens with us, where we want to skip to, but where?
Yeah.
So this is for setting our intentions and setting our eyes for what we want to be looking at, because you walk in and there are 8,000 light fixture options immediately in your face, or even cabinet hardware, plumbing hardware. It all comes in 12 finishes,
Yeah.
or with 4 different, so you really can get overwhelmed quickly or blown out of the water very quickly. So to be able to look and say, okay, but that isn't who we are or what we're aiming for is really important.
Yeah.
That's why we want to let's not get too detailed
Yeah.
yet. Let's make sure what we're aiming
the
for is
vibe will
right.
all come
And then we
together.
can worry about details. Yep.
I like that too.
Now let's go. I'm going to bring some of this with us, but let's go to Ferguson and look at fixtures
Catch a vibe.
and see what starts landing where we want it to.
Okay. I'll follow you.
Okay, so we're only in one tiny section of the showroom, and I wanted to show you, like, already we could be totally overwhelmed, but we're not going to be, because we have our vision. So I think first let's pull something that just gets you excited about plumbing, and that like really speaks to your vision. It's like a fun game. You have these in your bathroom.
I know.
You liked this guy. I like the finish of this guy.
I like polished nickel, and then I liked that it was like kind of curved, but kind of smooth. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like not full out like curvy, but not like just boring.
Not too like modern and plain.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I like about this guy is the unlacquered brass.
Yeah.
And I love this little knurled.
I love the knurled, and then this like little
and the little hex detail that rotates
this one
with, if you see that.
Oh.
Like really is a beautiful detail.
I wonder if
and
it's
then
easy
this
to
little
clean.
Slope.
And then this one has the hex detail too, which I like. I know we can't really do cross handles in an ADA environment.
And I wouldn't want the back, like the wall filler.
Yeah,
I would want the standard.
But it's like if there was a standard with standard handles.
Maybe in a polished nickel, this guy.
Definitely
not a chrome.
I would never do a chrome. Well, you hate to say that, but like, it's perfect for the right place, 100%. But not for this place.
But what I liked about this
that one
is like we just need. I know I want to show some unlacquered brass, but I think
an unlacquered brass will age over time.
Yeah, similar to how this knurled handle is like currently
kind
aging.
of already starting. Yeah.
And then you can wax it if it gets to a finish that you like. Then you just wax it and you like
Will it turn green, or is it just copper that turns green?
Just copper.
Okay.
So I liked that this guy had like so I'm letting you in behind the scenes. So I want then my light fixtures and my bath accessories to coordinate in some way. So I want my light fixtures maybe have a knurl,
okay.
maybe have a hex detail, maybe have this slope.
Or like
I would want a coordinating light fixture here to have this step detail.
Oh.
And then this one is almost giving like a little bit jewelry shape here on the lever. So I love that concept.
And we're doing. What about this one?
He's discontinued.
Oh.
So he's beautiful.
So you were kind of like, I'm getting that here.
These are the handles for this. You see that?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, so this is the same lever.
So you get that.
It's just this faucet detail at the base instead of this slopey.
And is it still the? No, it
has this.
Oh, okay, good. Because I was like, I don't prefer this.
This is really what I love. Yeah, I was like, this is again for my coordination.
It's too much.
This is hard for me to work with, but this I can really do.
So
which is
these will be on this base.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. We should do that.
But in a polished nickel.
Correct.
Okay.
So we're doing one in polished nickel, one in brass.
Yes.
For bathrooms?
Yes.
Okay. Wait, did you bring that stack of stuff?
No.
Ah, dang it.
I got it. Of course I did.
I know. I'm like, are you thinking?
But right now, inside track, one is headed more like masculine suiting and blues,
so good.
And one is more creams. So I'm thinking creams
and like warm
and masculine suiting.
Okay.
Yeah, creams and warm, and then
what wallpapers? I'm assuming in both of them. Tile up to a point and then wallpaper.
Yeah. The one I don't have. This one I don't have anything to go in yet, but I have like your.
Is this where you're thinking about doing gold on the?
Yeah. Because how stunning would that be? Gold foil on the
I know.
ceiling.
I'm like, okay. I love polished nickel. I love gold.
So then let's see if there's anything that has maybe this like ridge light.
So
maybe
then,
a little knurl.
Okay, so then what would we do as far as like I'm thinking door hardware for the whole building, like if we're doing brass in one bathroom, polished nickel in the other bathroom, do we bring in a tertiary finish, or do we?
I think these are who we are. I don't want to maintain an unlacquered brass in our real building for the next 80 years, so I think we do a technically this polished nickel, but yeah. So I think we do a polished nickel. But let's go look at that if that would help, and then we can look at lighting.
I love that. Okay, cool. Yeah, for door hardware.
This brand is manufactured by the same people that we were looking at for plumbing, so the finishes will match. So I still think the polished nickel, which looks like this guy over here.
This is crazy. They're like custom.
It's a DIY. I'm gonna spin it.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
So that's their polished nickel.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Would you want knurled to match that one bathroom?
No, I think let's go cleaner.
Oh my God.
Timeless, clean, beautiful, right?
Yeah, no, that actually makes more sense. Would you ever do wood? Sorry.
I don't know. Let's see it. Let's feel it. I worry that I'll damage it in the first 2 minutes.
It's way more lightweight than these pieces.
Oh no, I think metal then. The look is cool though. And of course this fluted look is cool. And
That's
this unlike bracket is cool. But I think I'd rather just go.
And then this one has the like pocket hanger. So we don't want to do the pocket hanger. We want to do a nice L.
We call this a pocket hanger because if you were walking past it, and you'd hang your pocket on there and it would rip or jerk you back.
Yeah, so
we don't want that.
Try to avoid that really in all hardware.
Okay, so then same brand.
I love that.
Cabinet hardware is here.
I really love that. Wait, so did we decide, are we doing wood? What'd you say?
No, I think just polished nickel. Solid bar.
But like just, do they have one of those?
No.
Oh.
But surely.
We can imagine.
Surely, right?
Okay.
So then here I'm open to like that hex detail. I'm open to that flare or the steps. I'm open to something that, you know, coordinates. A little knurl maybe.
That all feels kind of hard to me. Ooh, I love these.
You do love these.
Wait, why'd you say I love them? Do you not love them?
I do. I'm just trying to think like, okay, where would I use? I think I had these planned for like the kitchen part, but we don't, you know, that's phase 2. I'll see if there's a spot.
Can we use these in like other places? Well, like, would you ever use them anywhere? But these are too big.
No, because like, you know, if you're in a commercial restroom and for some reason the toilet paper is behind this, but like not everybody can do this. So I wouldn't want, you know.
I understand. But in your personal opinion, is that too big?
No.
What? What would you do with it? It's huge.
Put it on a big cabinet, a big door.
Okay, well, okay. Hey, what about... Is it the type that like goes on the top of the cabinet? Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's like a finger pole.
Yeah. It looks like those are
knurled up in here.
But it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's ridiculous. I don't know. Oh, like that's interesting. These are installed that way too.
Yeah, I like these more.
I don't know that I've ever really seen that.
Yeah.
Like a bar pole with a... Huh.
Okay, so at least vibes wise, we're headed a good direction.
Kind of simple. Oh, here's simple and knurled on the edge.
Yeah.
That might be...
That might solve our problem.
Yeah, that might be
a little bit, but not too much. Let's then go look.
Do you have a rule? Like, do you have a preference for when to use a knob versus a pull?
Comfort. So, like, if the drawer is going to be heavy, I wouldn't want you to do this and really like have to try that hard.
Yeah.
But if it's just like right now, we're just talking about bathroom vanities, so I'm pretty much mostly knobs.
As far as price, they're obviously a better price.
So there's that. Let's look at vanity fixtures.
Okay.
Okay, lighting can be very overwhelming, which is why I like to like pick our faucet first and then go from like a detail at the faucet to lighting.
Do you always pick the faucet first?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
So we are looking for something like this. Like remember our faucet has steps.
Yeah.
So what if something that maybe has
what if I was like, I'm thinking this one?
No, go wait in the car.
Okay.
I would say step off the scale. Turn off
You
the
like
camera.
that one?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that one has steps, where this one has none of the features we're looking for. This one has none of the features we're looking for. So
that
it
one's
makes
actually
it
pretty cute, like for
cute.
what it is. It's just not for...
But not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
So then it helps clarify as we're looking. It's like none of this looks like what we're looking for. This one has a little bit of step, a little bit of knurl.
A little bit of knurl, but I don't like those.
Me neither, but okay.
I prefer, and is this trashy? I feel like I prefer linen shades, but not, is that not good for a bathroom though?
Public bathroom, I worry a little bit.
Well, I don't like when you call our bathroom a public bathroom. Is it public? I don't know.
It is.
It is?
The general public can use it.
Oh, okay.
Now this has the knurling, but it's too mod. It's too like cool.
Wait, where is it knurled?
Here.
Oh,
Okay, let's keep looking. And not everything is here.
That's way too cool.
This would match the one you liked.
I hate
that
it.
chrome. It has the same exact details. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna get in
More of
this
that
tub
bar.
while you look at these.
Perfect. You need help?
I just think a rest would do me well.
Lean back. See how comfy it is.
Okay.
Good.
If we ever put a bathtub in here,
Yeah.
this would be a good one.
Okay. For future, we'll know. Hey, but do you like this guy for like the art lamp moment? Maybe conference?
I love that.
Okay. Noted.
Hey, the base of that one, where it connects to the wall, actually looks like that one over here. But no, on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, it had the steppies.
See, this one has some, What do you think about the globes where they like almost look lit? They're like frosted. What do you think about those?
I don't hate them.
There's a linen there with the crystal on the bottom.
Yeah, here's my problem with linen. Like that is yellowing.
Oh no.
But I don't know why. It's like glue or what, you know, like
I can't quite
this will never age. It'll catch bugs.
I can't.
I mean, while you're here.
Honestly, remember when we had so many conversations on if we should put a shower or a tub in our upstairs bathrooms? And I was just like, that is so inappropriate. I can hardly breathe. Now I'm like, I don't.
You're back on board.
Just like midday, just filling this sucker up to the top.
It's a no for me, but if you want that, go to town.
No, again, you know I could never. The inappropriate meter is just off the charts.
Exactly. So,
Maybe we don't have big
as we wrap, I am going to get Katie out of this tub at some point, and we are going to go continue.
Finalize selections.
Finalizing. But before we do that, we need to pray that construction keeps going
Yes.
at the right pace. We just
Guys,
got
with the
through a real
weather-
rainy
yeah, the
period, and
weather-
now Katie's feeling extra stressed about it.
Yeah.
So we need that to keep going and to dry out and to be ready to roll.
Yeah.
We also have a few hiccups to be solved about like the plan, the permit,
Oh, no, we're that huge issue that Jacob was telling us about.
conflicting pipes problem. Okay, so we have a few of those that we want
Yeah.
you to pray for.
And honestly, what I really need prayer for is that I am really struggling to navigate the like SBA loan draw situation.
Sure.
Like figuring out how to draw the money a piece at a time per the construction pacing. It is really hard and I need help.
Okay. So help with like how to
SBA loan
manage
draw.
that, how to do that, because we've never had to do that before.
Yeah.
Of course, like bravery, committing to decisions, and wisdom to know what's a forever choice and what's a temporary choice and how to balance that in the best way. I think that's everything for me. Do you have anything else? If not, she'll pipe in. If she doesn't come up with anything else,
I was
then
like, I'll
you
keep
know,
thinking.
subscribe. Follow us on all our socials, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest, why not? I think that's all of them. And so that then if you subscribe, that you'll get an email that
I feel
new
like-
vlogs have posted.
Are we supposed to be doing our video wrap up in a bathtub?
Yes. We discussed it.
Perf.
Hey, guys, thanks so much for
See you in the
following
next
along. See you in the next one.
Hopefully we'll be out of this tub by then.
Couldn't say.